Can you hear me back there? All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the August 20th Board of Supervisors meeting. Would you all please rise and join me in the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. First on the agenda, any public comment on agenda items? If so, please state your name and address and come up to the podium. Seeing none, I'll move on to announcements. We will be holding an executive session for legal matters and for real estate after tonight's meeting. Next on the agenda is consent agenda. July 16th meeting minutes, the wind plan reviews, status, escrow, release and vouchers, action plans about to expire, emergency services report, the building and zoning permits report, public works, treasurer's report, payment of the bills. Greg, would you please read the treasurer's report?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The treasurer's report as of July 31st, 2025, the general fund, $1,812,710.77. Highway aid, $270,335.38. Open space, $1,497,154.40. The park fund, $96,294.31. The equipment fund, $32,826.95. Highway capital, $148.14. The street light, $42,159.55. Reserve fund, general fund reserve, $518,586.88. American Rescue Plan, $0. Open space Manderfield, $40,557.52. The sewage maintenance fund, $220,355.54. The stormwater fund, $1,550.08, and the escrow funds, $974,873.26.
Okay, are there any questions?
I have no questions.
Know that the Historical Society is looking for anybody who has extra T111 framing to help out, because they have taken the old shed from the back and they've moved that over. That's going to be used for storage for some of their stuff they are sending. So they are doing a fundraiser for getting T111 sheets, like $50. But we're looking for anybody who can donate $50 for T111 sheets so we can get the back of the storage shed fixed up, since it was replaced thanks to some of the Park and Rec and a couple of other donors.
Okay, that could have probably been suited underneath new business.
All right.
Consent agenda. I will entertain a motion for approval on consent agenda items.
Moved.
Okay, motion's been made.
I'll second.
Second, all those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Moving forward, next on the agenda is confirmed appointment. Mr. Miller, annual solar production summary. Good evening.
As of May 17th of this year, we hit four years of solar production, and we have not used any electricity. Let me rephrase that. We have generated more electricity every month than we needed for any month. So we are doing really well to start with. Let's move on to the next slide. I wanted to make sure everybody understands what the goals were. We wanted to offset our carbon emissions. We wanted to offset the taxpayer-funded electricity, reduce taxpayer expenses, and transparency and education. For the transparency and education, I can tell you that we did have a township up last month or the month before. Newtown Township came up to look at it. They're considering putting in a huge system. So they wanted to see and understand because ours is scalable. So, okay, next slide. Emissions, we have saved 644,814 pounds as of May. So I think the township's doing very well. If you add all the people in West Rock Hill who have solar, it's twice that much that the township, if you look at it from that perspective, that at a township level, not just a municipality level. So that's very good. Next slide. This is the way our electric costs have gone, the rate over the last 4 years. It actually, back in May of 2021, it was below 6 cents. It has never been down there again. It's a shame because it just keeps going up and up and up. And as you can see, in the last 18 months, it's gone up 35%. And that's not good. And it's going up again, by the way, next year. Next slide. This is a picture of our production over the first 4 years. Our annual production goal was 84 megawatts. You can see we're beating that every month. The 84 megawatts was based on a 5-year study I did before we purchased the system, so that we knew approximately how much on an average the township was using. So, and we're running some months, or some years it's 101 up to 106 and then 101 and 108, but we're well above it. So we are, like, as I said, every month we're producing more electricity than we use that month for the township, for administration buildings, the maintenance buildings, the park systems, traffic lights, street lights, wells, everything, the whole thing. We're creating more electricity than we use. Next. So if you take a look at what we've done, shouldn't walk away from this. If you take a look at what we've done through net metering and virtual metering, this year we saved $5,207 in total. We've actually saved $25,973. Net metering is taking the difference. The system is hooked into this building. So net metering is when you take the electricity coming in and the electricity going out, and you look at the difference. We are generating that much more money by just saving that much more money, just because we are generating more than we use. Okay. The PP&L purchase, we have excess electricity every year because we are generating more than we use. So we received a check from PP&L this year for $5,546. And in total, we've brought in $25,189 from PP&L over the 4 years. Solar renewable energy credits, we get credits which we're allowed to sell in the open market. We have a broker that does that for us. This year we received $2,048. You saw that we produced 106 kilowatts. Well, that represents selling those credits on the open market. It just gives someone else the opportunity to say, that was mine, I sold it. So the electric company can then say, we're generating renewable energy, when really it's ours, we used it, doesn't matter. This is just something the government set up. So anyway, at total, it's $12,589 over 4 years. And in total, we brought back in off the original investment of $63,651 in 4 years. So we're right between the 10-year and 11-year payback period. Okay. The goal was to get a complete payback in 11 years. We are under that right now. And with rates going up next year, it's just more savings for us. You saw the rate chart, how it's going up and up and up. That has not affected us at all. Not at all. We had a purchase price of $169,000. Projected lifetime savings on the system is right now about $500,000. over the course of the life of the system. The-
5 minutes are up.
Oh, okay. Projected ROI is under 10, around 10 years, and maintenance is 0. So, thank you. That was the end of my presentation anyway.
Thank you for your presentation,
Yeah.
Mr. Miller.
Are there any questions?
I do. On this chart here, the
Yeah.
one that you showed, you say there's a 35% increase.
Yeah.
That's what you're showing here. And I know that the higher the rates go, I assume that's more money that we save, but
Yeah.
why have the electric rates been increasing at such a high rate? I mean, do you know that? I mean,
That energy rate is affecting every one of you. Everybody is getting charged at those rates. And what's happening? There's a company called PJM Interconnection. I don't know if you've read about it in the paper, but Hal's shaking his head. I think he's probably read it. PJM supplies demand electric to every municipality, every electric company in the Mid-Atlantic states. There's 13 states. Their job is to supply electricity if there's a situation where there's a blackout, whether there's a power outage, there's a demand for extra electric because of a heat wave. It's their job to supply it. Once a year, they go out to auction. And I have some numbers here. In 2023, when they went out to auction, they bought electric to do all that for the 13 municipalities at $29 per megawatt. In 2024, it was $270 a megawatt. And this year, it's $329 a megawatt. It is just going up. It was an 800% increase last year. It's a 22% increase this year. They just went out to bid in July, and they're going up another 30% next year. So all of that feeds into how much you're all paying, we would be paying if we didn't have the solar. And it also, our prices, like I said, we don't have to pay that, but you guys do. And I think that's important to know, because I know that our governor, along with governors from about 10 of the there's 13 states in the mid-Atlantic region that use this company, and about 10 of them got together and filed a lawsuit against PJM because of the outrageous rates. So hopefully we can get that brought down again. But right now it doesn't look good, and they just keep going up and up and up. That's one, by the way, for us here, that's just going to keep driving that ROI number down because that's all savings for us. Yeah.
let me ask you this then.
Did that answer your question, Bonnie?
Not really. It's just going to get expensive.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get
Cost
very
everybody.
expensive. Well,
No,
yeah.
I mean, I seriously.
Well, okay,
thank
well,
you.
one of the things that's driving it up, there's two things that are driving it up, really. It's the AI data centers. They said they're so expensive to run, use so much electricity, that they are taking a lot of this demand electric, which is causing other people to really need it, and which, drives up the price. The other thing is there's some tariffs involved. There's some taxes involved and all of that. PP&L says, oh, we don't add anything on. When we get that, we just pass it right along to you guys. We don't add any. I don't really believe PP&L doesn't add some kind of thing.
So Jim, if we have bills here every month for all the traffic lights and
Yeah.
for all the buildings.
Yeah.
And even with solar, we're still paying out money to PP&L every
Right.
month.
Yeah.
I guess the question I have is why? Or how do we recover it?
Yeah, let me just take that a second.
Well, he's looking at that. I will share
Yeah.
something with you, that I heard a report yesterday that they are considering building grids to power the AI function.
I had read that too.
Yes, so that they understand that, and they're
Yeah.
going to be looking at powering just
Right.
to power the AI.
Texas, I think, is putting in some very, very large systems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that they were going to start with. Thanks, Jay.
Yep.
If you could go back to the slide, the bar chart. Yeah, that one. Here's why we pay money each month. Okay, we are generating, let's say here we're generating 101 megawatts, and that was first year. We are allowed to, I should walk away. We are allowed to net meter to the building, so it's direct tie. We are allowed to do virtual metering to systems like the park. Okay, so what that means is we automatically get that money taken off for the township building. And the the maintenance building is also on the same block downstairs. So they also get, all that money's taken off right away. The virtual metering is at the end of the month, the bill comes in for the park, let's say, and on that bill, it'll say they used this much electricity. And they go through the whole process of spelling out how much the township owes for that. But then they take electricity that we have banked, extra electricity, and they use that to cover it. So it's actually a month behind, but in that fact, all of that electricity over there is also being covered virtually. They would not allow us to do it on traffic signals, street lights and wells because they said the systems are too small, and they do it by hand. They have spreadsheets they use to build this out, and they're a little bit behind. So anyway, so we have all this other, excuse me, probably about this much electricity is used, like, 24 megawatts maybe is used for the building and the maintenance building. The rest of it is all banked. So at the end of the year, PP&L pays us for all that other electricity. That's where that money comes from that we see coming in. Last year it was $5,000+ that we get back from PP&L because it's all there. Well, that actually at that point is covering all of that other electricity that they didn't pay all month or all year, right? The thing about that is, if you bring up the rate chart, electricity is going up. So all year we're paying, or they're banking our electricity, not paying us for it, or we're not, paying us for it. At the end of the year, they pay us. They're paying us at the higher rate. So no matter what we pay, they're paying us at a higher rate to sell it back to us. So we're actually making it a little bit better there than otherwise. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all
Okay.
I have.
Any other questions?
We do have 2 EV chargers over in the park.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Which, by the way, we had to stop charging for them because we got a bill.
Right. Yeah.
Because they were not being used enough.
Right.
We got a $1,400 bill.
I heard. Yeah. But I'm glad to hear that they're still working without you paying for them because
Still,
that's a good sign.
Yes.
Well, they're there. But
Yeah.
we want to make sure that we get enough usage to
Right. Yeah.
make it worthwhile.
Okay. If anybody wants any more information, I'm available. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Next on the agenda is committee reports, planning commission report. Mr. Chris Durstein.
I was not at the meeting.
Okay.
Tim ran a meeting. He's not here tonight, so I guess either
Greg?
he was,
Steve, you were here.
I don't remember. Okay, so we had Tim Snyder in to talk about his 7-lot, or I'm sorry, the Lot 7 subdivision, the 6-lot alternate plan
Mhm.
for his project, which was originally approved for 13-lot subdivision. The current rendition removes any public street. It is all lots with access to Rock Hill Road. Zoning wise, some of them have frontage on Butter Creek Road, but access driveways, they're not going across the creek to get to Butter Creek Road. They're going out to the road. Obviously, he has enough septic and things because he had it set up for a 13-lot subdivision. So the planning commission ultimately did recommend conditional approval. There was a lot of discussion regarding shared driveways. There's still 2 shared driveways. A third one that was shown on a prior plan was eliminated at the request of the planning commission.
That's not good.
So there was a lot of discussion about the shared driveways, but ultimately, the planning members that were there, well, the majority of the planning members that were there voted to recommend this subdivision as the better alternative to having a long cul-de-sac street or having 13-lot subdivision. There was a dissent, and John could certainly speak to that. if you want.
Well, yes, I will tell you personally, shared driveways are not good because as soon as you get a conflict with your neighbor, whoever's sharing the driveway. Problem. Not good. Not good.
So they were asked to verify some zoning issues to verify that the zoning would work even if the driveways were split. They have enough room to build split driveways. They're just not proposing to build them.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. So that's was part of our original requirement. So I anticipate that they may be on your next month's meeting for discussion.
Okay.
The other project was the 109 Augustine Road Select Properties 9-lot subdivision. That's a small cul-de-sac street, a few frontage lots on Augustine Road and a few lots on the cul-de-sac street. They have not come to the planning commission a lot, but they've been submitting revised plans for over a year. I think there's 7 different revisions that we've had. So they've worked through a lot of the engineering details, but there is the overriding issue of water and sewer to the development. Water is proposed by well. They're not proposing public water there, but they are proposing public sewer, which would be a force main system back to the 309 crossing that TBA is working with. But it was acknowledged that there is the issue of the service area too, which has not been released for service at this time. So the planning commission tabled action on that plan because of the sewer and water. And let me say one more thing on the water. With the wells, there was a lot of concern of residents in the area because there has been some wells that have gone dry in the area, even without this development. So to add, 8 wells, 1 existing and 8 new wells, there was a lot of concern regarding groundwater in the area.
Yeah.
So with those 2 items, the planning commission tabled it. But I'm sure we will hear from Select Properties again.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 things.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
You did good.
Steve, Butter Creek Builders, that's been forever, hasn't it?
I was on the planning commission,
Yeah.
Mr. Collingwood. I
been a
was
while.
on the planning commission and I've been a supervisor for
There
over
was-
20 years.
It was the original subdivision with the 5 or 6 lots that he has already built, and then there was lot 7 was the leftover piece.
Yeah.
And then we've been playing with lot 7 for the last 10 years also.
There are forests that are older than.
Thank you.
Okay. Is that it then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion for approval on the planning commission report as discussed by Steve.
I was moved.
Okay.
Second.
Motion's made and second. All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Steve. Okay. Next on the agenda is Park and Rec, Mr. Dave Rice.
Your September Fest.
Yeah, here we go. All right, everybody's got it on their calendar, right? September Fest, right? September 28th, Sunday afternoon, noon to 4. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good day. Events, entertainment, all kinds of stuff. Fairs to Fifi, dedication of the gazebo. If you walk by and you haven't seen the gazebo, go check it out. It's pretty cool. We're gonna have the dedication for that. We're gonna have quite a few events for the first 2.5 hours in the gazebo. So we're going to utilize that. Lots of cool things. I believe there's 2 food trucks. We're going to have lots of events for vendors that are going to be there. Big thank you goes out to all the sponsors, all the ones who donate to make September Fest possible, because it is with their donations and with all the funding from individual and businesses how we can put on September Fest. I mean, it's just pretty cool. So we're going to have, this is a 30th annual, if I didn't say it 2, 3, 4 times. So it's going to be really cool. Chief, are you guys going to be there? All right. Nice. All the kids love seeing all the police officers, so I appreciate that. Oh yeah. Feature Film in a Fire, Saturday, October 18th. It's going to be dusk and it's going to be Home Alone. So if you haven't seen the movie a dozen times, you'll see it 13 more times. It's a great movie. I mean, it's the original Home Alone and it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, if you want to come out and enjoy the evening, it's going to be a nice night. I'm predicting, yeah, it's all good. So, I think that is all.
Very good. Any questions for Dave?
No question.
Okay.
No question.
I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion's been made. Second.
Thank you.
All those signify by saying aye. Aye.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Okay, next on the agenda is the Conservation Committee. Mr. Schrammeyer? Yes.
I just wanted to note that Vanessa was going to give this tonight because we kind of trade off, but her niece, as much as I know, had an accident at the shore and is in CHOP right now, so she's down there. So I'd ask everybody if you want to think of her, that would be good.
We will.
Our Conservation Committee meeting was on July 17th, and the highlights. We mailed out, I shouldn't say we, the township actually did it for us, which was very nice of them. Mailed out postcards to a lot of the landowners with large acreage and sharing the importance of and benefits of conservation easements. I don't know if you remember, a couple months ago, I was talking about a lot of developers are sending out postcards saying, sell your property to us so we can develop it. And we thought we'd at least give them an option because, or at least make them aware that there are other options to their property. In the case of a lot of people who own property, but are what you might call land rich and cash poor, they need cash for their older age or to live longer. And this gives them a way of conserving their property, keeping it away from developers, and at the same time getting some money so they can use that as they need and to keep the property on top of it. Acreage ovals, Public Works attached all the acreage ovals in April. And again, these, if you notice the signs, most of the recent signs all had the amount of acres on them. Some of the older original signs did not. And so we went through and tried to update everything. So at this moment, every sign's got all the acreage on it. So you can see how the size of each property that's conserved. For the fall newsletter, Karina Rilling wrote a very excellent article, and it details the recent approval of the conservation easement for the Holiday House Pool recreational area. So that's a 14-acre site, and it's right in Sellersville, basically across from the Rock Hill Elementary. And it's an excellent place to have a recreational area, whether it's a pool or other recreation. There's a lot of other recreation that you can have there. I think they have basketball courts and other courts. So this preserves the property, again, from developers taking over and turning it into a development. September Fest, we plan to have a tent and a table set up, and we're discussing the details of that setup at our September meeting. Our next meeting is going to be on September 18th at 5 p.m. and you're all welcome to show up if you want. We usually have lots of fun. We're a very, I guess, friendly group as far as going through different things that we want to do with conservation. And lastly, at the last meeting, we had Tim Curran asked to be a new member of our Conservation Committee. We're actually short one person. And we sent a letter into the township to supervisors unanimously recommending him. So I'd like to ask you for your approval. I'm not sure how you go about that, but.
Any questions, concerns?
I was at the meeting on 7/17. I met Tim and heard the process of the group interview, and I would certainly recommend him and make a motion.
Okay.
We welcome him to the Conservation Committee.
I will second.
Okay, motion's been made and second. All those signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Schrammer, I just want to clarify one statement there. The Holiday House Joint building stuff and property, that's actually in West Rock Hill Township, not Sellersville.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep. No, I
Yeah,
just want to
you're
make sure
right.
I want to make sure,
Oh, okay,
because we purchased the development rights. It has to be in the township for us to be able to do that. We couldn't do that if it was in Sellersville.
Yeah, I think I misspoke then because we were more concerned that since it's right near Sellersville,
It is.
it would be very easy to develop. So.
Yep.
That's why we recommended it.
Yep. Thank you very
and you
much.
approved it. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And if I'll just chime in and saying that actually we have the playground and the top lot are almost the same size as James Park. So it's one of the other parks that we have. I know there are a whole bunch of little parks. We have a bunch of parks throughout the township, which the park and rec have to deal with. And it's like, fortunately, we got a bunch of parks that people can use, and we got the little parks down off of Clymer Avenue. We got the big parks. We got the ball field. There's also an unused ball field, which we're currently leasing out to a sports club. But we got a lot of places.
Okay,
So
Okay.
we, I'll entertain a motion to approve the Conservation Committee report.
I'll move.
Okay,
Second.
motion's made and second. All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay, moving forward, next on the agenda is commission reports, Penn Ridge Regional Police Department. Mr. Chief Dickinson, how are you?
Good, how are you doing, sir?
Doing well, thanks.
All right, I have the July 2025 activity report for the Penn Ridge Regional Police Department. The police department responded to 872 calls for service in the month of July. 372 of those calls were in East Rock Hill Township. 491 were here in West Rock Hill Township, with 8 calls assisting our neighboring agencies. The department handled 21 traffic crashes in the month of July. 11 of those crashes were reportable, 10 were non-reportable, with 5 of them occurring in East Rock Hill and 16 occurring here in West Rock Hill. Our crime data for the month of July included 6 crimes against property, 5 crimes against persons, 2 crimes against society, and 12 Group B offenses. Those reported crimes included in East Rock Hill Township, 1 aggravated assault, 1 sex offense, 2 incidents of indecent exposure, 1 harassment, 1 terroristic threats, and 1 fraud. Here in West Rock Hill Township, the police department handled 3 hit-and-run crashes, 1 DUI crash, 1 report of a simple assault, 1 report of criminal mischief, 3 harassments, handled 2 DUIs, 2 frauds, 2 thefts, and 2 trespassings. Criminal charges that we filed in the month of July include 30 charges, and they are 6 charges of harassment, 2 charges of disorderly conduct, 4 charges of DUI, 4 charges of theft, 3 charges of receiving stolen property, a forgery, charge of access device fraud, 1 PFA violation, 1 violation of the PA dog law, 2 charges of aggravated assault, 1 charge of simple assault, 1 charge of resisting arrest, and 2 charges of indecent exposure. So for the month of July, the police department conducted 240 traffic enforcement details, issued 132 traffic citations, 118 traffic warnings, conducted 113 park checks, conducted 69 business checks, and attended or participated in 76 hours of training in the month of July. So far for the year of 2025, the police department responded to 5,682 calls for service, handled and investigated 192 traffic accidents, investigated 208 offenses, filed 182 criminal charges, and attended or participated in 1,404 hours of training. And that would be your July 2025 Penn Ridge Regional Police Activity Report.
Okay, any questions, Chief?
I have no questions on the chief report, but I do have questions. Al, do you have anything?
Well, I got a question, but it's basically a softball question, but you go ahead.
I'll go first. In the June meeting, I think it was the June meeting, you talked about the new law prohibiting the use of cell phones while
Yes.
driving.
Yes.
But I think you said it was going to be a year of like leniency. My question is, so if I'm driving an old vehicle or I'm using my phone as a GPS for like Waze or Google Maps, I'm not using it as a phone, but I'm using it and I'm holding it. So how do you differentiate between
Well, if you're-
arresting me
if
or
you're
fining
holding-
me
yeah.
for one thing when I'm doing it the other?
If you're holding the phone, you are manipulating the phone, and that is considered a violation of the law. So you would be charged, or you could be charged with either a citation or a warning.
So it's on my lap or on the dash or whatever.
As long as you're not physically holding it at the time that you're stopped, yes.
Chief, I think the old law only prohibited text-based communication, so that was
Yes,
sort of.
and that was a
an
very,
offense
it was
to
a
that.
very difficult, that was a very difficult law to enforce. So, this right now is pretty much if you're manipulating the phone, even if you're stopped at a traffic light, you can be issued a citation or a warning. So,
Like, put the phone on the dash and don't touch it.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Turn it on.
Are you set?
I'm done. Thank
Okay.
you.
I had one, just a comment, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Your numbers that you read there, my numbers don't match
I agree.
some of your numbers. I'm not, it's not a big deal to me. I just wanted to make you aware of it.
Which numbers are those?
Well, you went down so fast,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but you had 118 something. Well, I only have 96 on my sheet here. 95 traffic warnings. Did you have 118?
I have to open it back up. I'm sorry.
It doesn't really, it's not a big deal. I just,
I have 118, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure which report. you have it
but
in.
as you went down the entire list from the, hit and run crashes, we only have one listed here. I think you announced two.
I actually said 3.
Three. Okay. So,
Right.
maybe your thing was updated after we got ours. I'm not quite sure.
I'm not sure what.
But,
you
these are,
provided, so-
you know, he could look at these if he
Yeah,
wants.
I'll make sure. I'll look at it tomorrow.
Okay.
I might have grabbed it.
Are there new numbers of people?
No, they're not new numbers. These are the numbers for July.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Just
not
want, I
sure
just
what
want to point it out
happened
to you that,
Yeah,
whatever it is, if it was a typo, that's fine.
I'll make sure that Mr. Lippincott has the correct
Okay.
chief's report.
Hal, do you have a question for the chief?
Yeah, Chief, can you read off the names of the officers, and so we just can say thank you to them?
Okay, so you have Sergeant Ruiz, Detective Dean, Officer Alcott, Officer Winfelder. I feel like this is a test.
I don't understand that.
Officer Winfelder, Officer Adams, Officer Kolb, Officer Kloss, Officer Fulmer, Officer Klein, Officer Rosenfeld, Officer Toupee, and Officer Kerber. That would be the 13, well, 12 members and myself would be 13.
Thank you to all of them. Just so they get their names in the record, and it's kind of like, okay, you guys are doing a really hard job. Thank
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. And like I said, I'll make sure Mr. Lippincott has the correct report. I'm not really sure what happened there, so I guess I better check. Yeah, I'm sure we will. All right.
Chief, thank you for your report.
You're welcome.
I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion's been made. Second, all those signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Have a great night, chief.
Yep, you too.
Okay, next on the agenda, Joint Rec Authority report. Angela, good one. How are you? Good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys too. Sorry, I missed a couple of the meetings here. All right. Well, let's see. We're going to start off with the river crossing. Sorry, that's in my face. River crossing YMCA. Don and I had a meeting with them. They've been the ones using the pool in the morning from 6 a.m. until like 9:30 every day, Monday through Friday. They're very interested in the pool. They would like to possibly do like a 5-year contract with us to continue to use the pool year after year, and possibly also do help with some improvements to the pool, as well as maybe even management for the pool, in regards to staffing the lifeguards and everything else, kind of take our hands out of that some. So they did want to consider extending the season into September, but due to school schedules, stuff like that, it's just not going to work. It would have been a benefit to us a little bit. We would have made some money off of that to do that, but that's okay. We're just glad they want to come back for the next couple years. So next item was some new items we had to purchase. We had to purchase a new cot. The other one that was there was shot. Like it was probably as old as the pool. So we did purchase that. We have to get some new rescue tubes also for next year as well. Next item was the North Penn Water Authority. Mr. Shermer had mentioned there that they're changing their source of the water. So we're not sure what's going to happen come next year in regards to chemicals and stuff that are needed with what they do. I'm not really sure. Sorry, I missed part of that meeting. So,
Well, North Penn is changing from groundwater, which is hard water, to surface water, which is soft water, which can,
yeah, did you say they were pulling it from,
Forest Grove.
that's it. Yeah.
The water feels a little bit different. But shouldn't be a big thing.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and play that
We'll
out,
see
see
how
what
that-
happens next year with that. volunteers and board members. We really want to start hitting hard to get some more volunteers and board members for the poll. My next item is Mr. Cronhummel is resigning. So next month is his last month with us. He would like to continue to help with the feasibility study that we've started. So he's been involved with that. So he's going to continue to help with that as well. But we do have one person that was interested in Sellersville, for the Sellersville side. We may have to change our meeting nights to Tuesday or Thursday for that though. So we'll have to see how that goes. But we do want to try to start hitting the pavements to get some more volunteers and board members, especially volunteers, because it's been a bit difficult this year trying to handle everything on our own. So didn't help with some injuries there, but that's at least they're better. So, and like I said, Mr. Cronhummel is resigning as of next month. So I unfortunately will not be at next month's meeting because I'll be on vacation, but so he's going to be taking care of the meeting for me. But that will be it after that. Donations. We've received $1,000 donation from St. Peter's Lutheran Church. And then our fundraising, we had the Flick and Float on the 15th and Sip and Dips on the 16th. Unfortunately, Flick and Float we didn't have as many people there as we'd have liked to have had, but I don't have the totals for either one of them yet. Sip and Dip went really well. We had about 40 some people at the pool for Sip and Dip. So a lot of people had asked if we could do like an adult night, possibly starting doing that next year, which would be nice. It would be like an adults only type thing, not alcohol, no alcohol, just an adult night, after hours type thing. So we might consider, talk about at a meeting. So, cause like I said, a lot of people did enjoy that, just listening to some music floating in the pool. And so something to consider next year. Again, we're going to do doggy dip on the 1st at 6 p.m. It's $15 per dog. We're going to ask that the people have their dogs leashed when outside of the pool. There hasn't been any issues, but some people are just concerned in case anything does come up that they have.
It's kind of the law.
Yeah. So it's best. It's public property.
Yep.
So they should be on leashes. So we raised $75 from July's raffle of the Iron Pigs tickets, $27.05 from the Dairy Queen Dine and Donate. We're doing another raffle this month for the second set of Iron Pigs tickets. And that will be drawn on August 31st. And that game is in September. Like I said, the feasibility study, we're continuing with that. We just set up a second meeting for August 29th at 12 o'clock to meet with them again to go over that. How are you going to be at that meeting as well? Right. Okay. And then after that was just the public comments, which unfortunately I had to leave the meeting early. It was mostly, they were talking about just cleaning up around the pool, and just in regards to running of the pool. It was, somebody had mentioned maybe possibility of hiring a manager to run the pool for the full year.
We don't have one?
No. I mean, we hire managers for the pool for the season, but they're talking about hiring somebody to run the pool all year long. So they would take care of the pool in the summer, hiring the staff and the lifeguards, head lifeguards, everything like that, as well as taking care of doing fundraising and just, if there's repairs that need to be done, everything for the full year, which
I think
it's a great idea.
I think that should have been happening all along.
Yeah.
As a manager's a manager.
A manager for,
It's just
like I
not
said, and not just for the season, the whole
Right.
year. I think it's a great idea, especially if the YMCA steps up. So we had a lot of camps this year, including the YMCA. And I think it's a great idea because I know myself, it was a lot of work. This is a business, and all of us are running a business with little to no skills, you know what I mean? So it's been, and myself having a full-time job, it's been very difficult to do. So, and
Please turn it off. Thank you.
and And I gave you the numbers, so, and I apologize for not getting them to you sooner. I think it was in June or July, I did give some numbers, but I think it was after the fact.
Numbers,
Until I
What do
got
these
them.
numbers represent?
These numbers, you were looking for numbers for counts for residents for memberships.
what I was asking for last year and this year was how many season tickets were sold for West Rock Hill Township, Sellersville, and all the municipalities. These numbers, I believe here, represent people that use the pool, which is what Hal has been giving us for the past.
No, this
several-
is memberships. These,
Yeah, you're telling me that there's 926 season tickets sold?
yes,
Season tickets sold?
that's total members. So like the way the rec desk does it, the way the rec desk does it is it counts. So if you have a family of 4 that purchase tickets, this is for each member that's at that pool.
But see, that this is where it's confusing. That's one season ticket. That's a family season ticket, just like I purchased a season pass for 4 people. You
Right.
can't count that as 4 people. You're buying one ticket, one
Right.
season ticket. That's what I wanted to have broken down, and I did ask for
I
that.
don't know if we can do that. Like I said, since we purchased the rec desk, it breaks it down into members.
You-
How many members we have ticket holders.
We're focused on service. I will be able to geocode it through Google Maps to figure out territory. I don't care about territory. I care about service and members who are coming in to swim. I can get you the territory. It's just going to take a little bit.
We knew last year that there were 56 or 60 season tickets sold for West Rock Hill. That's how many season tickets were sold.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have
Okay.
that number, but yeah.
Well, I do remember the number.
Mhm.
That's important for us as elected officials to have that number, to see who's using, how many people from this township are using the pool. It has always been the concern of when you're contributing funds towards something, how many people are actually using it? How many people are buying season tickets? And that needs to be tracked. You need
Well,
to
that's
be-
what's on this
You-
report.
this isn't
We
season
don't-
tickets. These are
We
people.
don't track that. We don't count how many people.
We've asked
use-
for it. We've asked for it for years.
Right, but we
But
don't
this is
track
telling you how many people are
we-
using the pool in
we
each
don't
township
track
and
How
municipality.
many people use
I do agree
James
with you.
Park based on where they live. We don't have a plate reader to figure out how many people come into the baseball games, how many are from West Rock Hill, how many from Souderton, how many from Sellersville. If you're doing the park for Park and Rec, I did that for 20 years.
We're not talking
I-
about Park and Rec, Hal. We're talking about the Joint Rec Authority, Holiday House Pool.
Yeah,
And
Park and
we-
Rec,
we've
the
asked
job-
for season tickets, sales.
No, the job is make as many people happy as you possibly can. It doesn't care where they come from.
Okay.
But is it possible to work backwards to get that number from the 183 that you have
Yes,
listed
I
here?
can work- I can get you the number. I just have to geocode the data and go through.
All of what you want.
Google,
We
I'll
need
get
a-
you the number.
We should have the number.
Yes.
That's what we've been asking for, to be honest about. The other thing I wanted to ask you is the system that you purchased.
Mhm.
Okay, you paid how much for that system?
$4,800.
300. And now do you have to pay additionally per month of that,
There is,
to use that system?
there is a small fee for that.
Do you know
per
what
month,
that
yeah.
is?
I do not, I'm sorry. I do not have that with me.
Okay.
There is a small fee.
$60.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's much. I don't even think it's $100, but there is a fee to use that every month, yes. Now, unfortunately, we do have to pay that every year.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. I would
Yeah.
like to see those numbers if you could somewhere allocate them with your
That should have been in the
your
financials.
financials. Okay.
That was in the
That's
financials, I
the
know. it
40,
was.
50 bucks every month or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
it should be in there. You should see rec desk that's in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have that with me, but yeah, it's in the financials. So what we pay for that. You know, that one kind of a sore spot for me, but.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. I'm like, it's a lot of money. I don't know if,
It costs money to make money.
yeah. We'll see.
Well, that's,
yeah.
that's the whole thing. Are you making money? We'll see it at the
We
end of
are
the year.
making, we did make some money this year.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, with all the camps there, I mean, it was great seeing all the camps and all the kids. That was, and you know, like this, the other page I have on here, I asked them to break down for me how many non-members, you know, because like I said, the one day I showed up there and there was a line of people just buying day passes.
Right.
You know, I'm like, I thought I could help the staff with them checking in, and they were all for day passes, so they had to sign waivers. So
And
that
you,
was
and
great.
you do you track the day passes too and how many you get?
That's what
Yes.
was,
That's in
that,
your financial report?
that was this second page that I had
Okay.
sent over to you here. Yeah. I asked them if they can give me some rough numbers from the day passes. It's not the whole season, but at least it's like over the past couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from West Rock Hill actually came to the picnic.
I don't know if anybody can. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I thought you were all invited.
We probably were.
Didn't show.
What does that have to do with the report now?
That's
Angela,
showing up and
Angela,
being, learning.
are you done?
being-
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Yep.
Mr. Collingwood,
I'll make a motion to approve the report as presented.
I'll second it. All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.
Okay, moving forward, next on the agenda is tax collector's report. Suzanne, how are you?
Okay, for the month of August, I've collected in annual taxes $8,659.42. No interim tax bills were collected, nor streetlight tax. So that was my month of August so far. I do want to make sure everyone is aware of the extra collection hours for the school taxes bills that are out there currently. I do have hours this Friday evening and next Friday evening, 6 to 8. Next Wednesday, the 27th, 1 to 4, and Thursday, August 28th, 10 to 1. I will have no collection hours next Tuesday, August 26th. So please don't stop by because I will not be there. But I just hope you all keep in mind with all the road work that we have going on outside here, it's been very difficult for the taxpayers of our town to make it into the office.
I've been made aware of it.
Yeah, so
We're gonna-
just keep that in mind with anything you've decided to continue going forward till the end of the month, because next week might get a little testy.
Yep.
If the road's closed.
It was testy already.
Yeah, it's
On
been
the
very
phone.
testy, very testy. But I will say that the workmen have been nice to the residents, making sure that they can at least
Some of
cut
them.
through.
Some of them.
Some of them, yeah,
Some of them they have it denied.
yeah. So nothing I can do, but just keep that in mind when you talk about the roads.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you can pay online, right?
Okay, Yep. all right, I'll entertain a
No,
motion
sorry.
for approval for the tax collector's report.
So moved.
Motion's been made, second. All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Next on the agenda is the engineer's report, Mr. Steve Balla.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. There were no specific items on the agenda, but I will report that the contractor is working on the developments, the older developments down off of Clymer Road. Our contract to do the ultra-thin wearing course.
Mhm.
So they're doing prep work now. I think by next week, they'll be actually doing the overlay. And so it's probably been another week and a half, and they'll be done.
Okay, good.
That's all I have unless there's any questions.
Thank you.
I have none. Entertain a motion for approval of the engineer's report.
Yep, I did get to talk to the guys, and so they apparently I've got them in contact with Silver Borough so that they have water for doing dust suppression, because they're doing some cutting and grinding, and that seemed to work out, so they were quite happy.
Okay.
Apparently they were in touch with Seth from Road Crew and also Mike from Solzville Borough. So it seems to be working out pretty well. It seems to be doing a pretty good job from what I was down.
I have no problems with what they've done so far.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion's been made,
I'll second.
second. All those signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, moving on, solicitor's report. Dave?
Thanks, Mr.
How are you?
Chairman. So you have my solicitor's report dated August 14th as part of your packet, but I have nothing for public discussion or action for the meeting tonight.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Fine, good.
Okay,
Well, mostly quiet.
there's nothing to report, so there's no action taken. Moving forward, next on the agenda is the manager's report. Mr. Lippincott, how are you?
Good, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first item is to adopt a resolution supporting the Pennard Regional Police Department's grant applications. There's 2 grant applications that we'd like to support. The first application is approximately $90,000 to make fleet upgrades to replace a 2013 Ford Taurus and the new unmarked SUV equipped for patrol functions, and to purchase a 12 by 6-foot trailer for traffic safety equipment. The second application is for $145,000 to replace the department's current body camera systems and mobile in-car video systems with 15 Motorola M700 body-worn cameras and 7 Motorola M500 in-car recorders. This resolution says that you support both grant applications for the Penridge Regional Police.
Yep, okay. So we need to take action on that, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to support this resolution.
I will move.
Okay, motion's been made.
I'll second it. Chief, do you have anything you want to say?
Okay, we have a motion made. We have a motion made and second supporting this grant application.
Yeah, your card.
All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Move forward.
The next item is the township opened up snow removal bids today. 4 people took bids, only 1 responded. The low bid is Tony Services. Bid rate of $137.50 per hour for an 8.5-foot V plow and $175 an hour for a 9.5 V plow and salt spreader, and $275 for a backhoe with. I would recommend that you approve the snow plowing bid for the winter of 2025 and 226.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion's been made.
I will second.
Second, all those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it.
That's good.
The last item is we have a request from the paving crew, Dolly, for out here on Ridge Road to do night paving from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., August 25th through the 27th. They're asking the board's permission to pave from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
That's gonna go well.
Which would eliminate the issues we're having with the road being closed during the day. I support this fully. I see it's a way to get things done to stop our chaos during the day.
I agree. I
It may
think,
be a little bit of an inconvenience for some residents, maybe with some noise, but it's going to be short-lived. You're talking 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night.
plus the schools can,
That's
Yeah,
enough.
the
That's
school
enough.
buses, the tax collector would like.
Yes. So
I would make a motion.
I have a motion on the table made.
I will second.
We have a second.
Pave at night.
Yep, all those signify by saying aye. Aye, ayes have it. You may indicate that they can pave at night.
All right. That's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. With that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the manager's report as presented.
So moved.
I will second.
Okay, moved in second. All those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Old business. Any old business on here?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, I have
Okay.
nothing, just, we have a couple things coming up for fundraisers for Holiday House Pool.
Okay.
It's up on the Facebook page and please stop by. We also have, Coach White's camp. And there is a baseball field down there and it's like, we actually have, playground and tot lot, which are bragging a little bit. They're actually bigger than what we have over at James Park. So, but we also have Septemberfest, so come to both.
Wonderful. Okay. I have nothing for old business. New business. Anybody have new business?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Well,
No new business.
well, we're gonna have the dedication of gazebo coming up.
Well, we already discussed that in
I
the
know.
Park and Rec meeting.
I know, but it's my mom.
Yes. Okay. And she's a great lady. Okay. Public comment. Does anybody have any public comment? Mr. Miller?
I want to apologize to Mr. Collingwood. I didn't give him his answer for the question about.
Now I understand.
Okay. The question was, you have money coming in every month. Why, I'm sorry, you're paying money out every month. Why are you? I think I explained why there is money every month, but I didn't explain what it meant. you pay out every month, by the way, $7,355. But you bring back in with selling the SREX and the money coming back from PP&L, you bring back $7,594. So you're actually bringing in more money than you're paying out by $239. So therefore, the money's coming in and covering all of those costs. Greg, you look like, oh, okay.
No, there's also fees for transmission because we have to pay for the lines to be connected to the building, and there's a generation. Now, it covers all of our electricity costs, but it does not cover the transmission lines. And because this is solar, it doesn't run 24/7. And so because it doesn't run 24/7, we pay transmission line fees. That's why we still get PP&L bills.
When I added up every electric bill from all 15 meters, I came up, and that includes the transmission fees, I counted $7,355. You have other fees in there somewhere for maintenance or something like that, which is
Right.
not covered, okay? But for the transmission and, you know, just a bill, just like you guys would get at home, there's a supply side and there's a transmit, what's it called? I forget the word. Anyway. Distribution. Yeah, there's a supply side, the distribution side. It appears to be covering every bit of that. Okay. So by the end of the year, your balance sheet's going to show that you came out $239 ahead.
But it doesn't always add up. At the end of the year, there isn't, in December, the sun isn't out as much. And so,
Correct.
right. And so you have those, that's why we get some bills.
Yes.
But then it does balance out when we get the payments back.
Exactly. We don't get it back at the time. We get it back before the end of the year.
And that's why we get those.
Yeah. So the balance sheet shows that you made more money than you. Thank you.
Okay.
And Jim's out in the lawn chair, getting a suntan in the summertime.
Mr. White, the floor is yours.
Good evening, all. So, just last week, the fire department was at one of my properties. Tenant made a mistake and the house filled with carbon monoxide, and a carbon monoxide alarm went off, and she evacuated the house and called the fire department. Did all the right things other than the one mistake she made. So I guess what I'd like to say is the fire department showed up and they tested and found some low levels and ventilated the house and everything was okay. I was present for that. They were, very professional. It was a, really good interaction with these guys. Very friendly. And, like I've said before, it is a true community gem that we could lose. The budget time is coming up and we need to increase our funding for the fire departments. Our roads in West Rock Hill are in very good condition, and that's due to you guys. So in an effort not to raise taxes, I suggest we move some of the road funds to the fire department. Also, we are experiencing growth in West Rock Hill Township. I suggest we earmark new real estate taxes to the fire departments until we reach max funding as set up by the state law. So that's just my suggestions. What I'd like to say to the community is, please test and change your batteries on your carbon monoxide alarms and fire alarms. What happened at my property could have been a disaster. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
Okay, John. Which company showed up?
Salersville and Percy.
Okay. Thank you, Selden Percy.
Okay, any other public comment? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment into executive session.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made.
I will second.
Second, all those signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you all for coming. Thanks for your input.